Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have an away game against Monaco in the Champions League, followed by a home game in the league against Real Madrid. Monaco incidentally is sat in 14th place in the Champions League, but they've got some of the world's best players at their disposal, so it's going to be a tough game this, as of course is the Real Madrid game. In terms of our recent form, since you were with us for Mönchengladbach and Alcorcon, we've been a little bit checkered recently. A 2-0 draw with Pamplona. We were actually 2-0 up in that game and just let it slip toward the end. And Arsenal absolutely battered us all game. They went down to 10 men and we still didn't create anything. And we ended up down to 10 men because of an injury in the last 10 minutes, and then we conceded a penalty, and that was the end of that. We deserved to get beat on the day, so unfortunately our Champions League qualification has taken a little bit of a hit from that game. We then returned to winning ways with games against Vigo and Mallorca with 3-1 and 2-1 wins respectively. The Mallorca game was frustrating. We dominated the game, but it took two penalties for us to get over the line. And then last time out, we struggled to create anything against Valencia, and it finished 0-0. So we're not in the most reasonable of form, it has to be said, going into these two games, but hopefully we can fight our way through this little blip and just get a couple of important results. In terms of the league, we're a point clear of Real Madrid at the moment, but they do have two games in hand, so the game against them is going to be extremely important. It's a must-win game. If we lose that game, I fear that we're already going to be out of the title race, even though we're not even halfway through the season yet. But first things first, we've got to focus in onto this Monaco game. And again, I'm hopeful we can get a good result, but like I say, they have got some very good players at their disposal. We've got Hedl, Echeverria, Araujo, Otto and Molina at the back. Caminata, Gonzalez, Pedri, Balde, De Ketelaere and Martinez as well, all starting. We have got a few players that are currently injured as well, Saglin Benny being one of them, so we are struggling a little bit for options out wide at the moment, as Pedri looks that right hand side for Gonzalez. Inside to De Ketelaere, it's a lovely effort, and he should be hitting the target really, and it's over the crossbar. So, early stages, quite even. Monaco are having the majority of possession. And obviously, with the blip that we've had in our recent form, we've had 2 wins in our last 5 matches. Granted, in the league games, it's 2 wins and 2 draws, so form isn't completely horrific, but the games that we've drawn against Valencia and Pamplona are games that we should be winning. Valencia are mid-table, they've improved quite a bit from last season, but Pamplona are down in 16th, so it should have been a game that we should have won. Kang In Lee finds Valentin Gomez there on the edge of the penalty area, and Monaco are ahead. That was a very decisive goal from the free kick, and we didn't mark them at all there. Very poor from our point of view. Coming out to here to Echeverria, now Tobias Gonzalez, straight from kickoff this is. De Ketelaere couldn't get onto it. Both him and Echeverria have had early yellow cards. Here's Gomez. Now Gilson. Into Doué. Now Rice. Over the top and Romero's in behind here. Oh, he's hit the post. It should have been 2-0. We're going to demand more straight away because this has been a poor start from our point of view. Here's Sequeira. Balde can't win possession. Dedic looking to get the cross in. Here's Doué in loads of space again, and Kang In Lee with the effort. It's deflected wide. And at the minute, we're very lucky just to be the one goal behind. Kang In Lee with the delivery. It's cleared away. Only as far as Rice. Into Kang In Lee again. Now Gilson. Into Doué. And now Dedic. Moving down that right hand side. Monaco dominating everything at the moment. Schürrle into Rice again. Now Gilson. Back into Rice. Al Musa now wide left. They're moving the ball superbly. Hedl coming out to claim in the end. But my word, we have not looked very good at all. The highlights continuing, which is a bit of a concern as Hedl looks for Balde. We do manage to get possession. Here is Otto into Pedri. And again, playing it all the way back. Here's Araujo again. And what a strange highlight that was to have. But you can see by the chances created, we've done absolutely nothing in this first half, really. Nothing certainly worthy of note. Anyway, Balde's been shocking. so far, and Martinez, well, all of the back four as well. It's a poor game all round. Tobias Gonzalez has been our best player apparently wide right, and he's done nothing either. So 1-0 down at half time, and a lack of highlights, which isn't great. And we're certainly gonna just rip into the boys a little bit. Really, we need them to wake up. Basically, we need to start performing in the Champions League because we did this last season, and it just didn't work out. And I've got a strong feeling that as much quality as we have in this team, I don't think we're going to be good enough. We haven't got the finances to back it up either. And yes, we've got 80, 90 million transfer budget, but to get a decent player, you've got to pay 70, 80 million. And we can't just go one player a season to bring in. We need to develop everybody at the same time. Here's Al Musa with a throw into Gilson. There's 20 minutes left. We've done nothing at all. I mean, look at how many tired players we've got. We're covered in yellow cards as well. De Ketelaere's going to come off for Verelst. Pedri's been terrible. Aristide Bell's going to come on. Roger's going to come on for Gonzalez, who's tired. Balde's struggling. And we've got no option for left midfield. I'm just going to bring Ramos on, I think, and put Verelst wide left. And then defensively, we're struggling as well. So, I mean, I'm not really sure what we can do. I mean, we've got no fullbacks really on the bench that are fully fit. Yilmaz can come on at right back for Echeverria. And I'm just going to hope that it wakes the team up a little bit, really, because we have looked very lacklustre. Here's Sequeira. Romero is free. Game over. The substitutions haven't taken place, so I can't really take blame for that either, but another poor European performance. And the Champions League woes look set to continue, I think, to be honest. I'm going to fire the boys up a bit. I mean, look at the match stats as well. I mean, I know Monaco have got some very good players, but so have we. And they're making us look extremely average at best. Here's Verelst into Molina. Oh my word. What a shocking pass. And Romero is in. I mean, Heddle saves, but it's almost like when we're a couple of goals behind, everyone just gives up. There's no fight to his. Bell does well there. Verelst into Gonçalo Ramos. He's got Martinez in the centre if I can find him. Here's Verelst into Martinez and it's wide. I mean, right in front of goal and he's put that wide. It's extremely poor finishing. We've not deserved anything from the game and that's the way it's gone. A 2-0 defeat. And again, European woes. Initially, I couldn't have envisaged us leaving Barcelona. I thought this would be the team that would be able to see us at least challenge for the Champions League. And looking at the way it's going, every time in Europe, we've been so poor overall. And it's strange, really, because performances like that make me fear for my future at the club anyway. I mean, we're still sat in 14th place. There's every chance we'll qualify for a playoff still. But we need to win against an English club in Leicester, which is notoriously difficult to win against any English club when you're a foreign team. And then Roma, who are down in 32nd. They have had a poor competition. But, as we've seen before, that doesn't necessarily mean a lot. So, looking at the recent form, considering we've got Real Madrid next, I'm not feeling particularly confident. We've got a few days to get through before we get to that Madrid game, so I'll just do that off camera. And yeah, fingers crossed for El Clasico. Well, here we go for the game against Real Madrid. We are at home. They have returned to the top of the league, as you can see. They've had their games in hand and won them both. We're 5 points behind them. A loss today would probably signify that Real Madrid will win the league, unfortunately. Villarreal are away against Pamplona, and they are right behind us in terms of the league table, so there's a lot to be very cautious about in this game. And to be quite honest, after the way that we've performed in recent games, I'm not feeling massively confident. It's certainly going to be a tough run thing. We're going to play Koundé at centre back, I think, and play Echeverria at right back. It's very rare I shuffle things myself, but at the moment I'm a little bit unsure of where to place people, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure how things are going to go in this game. I'm thinking, I mean, Pedri's not very good out wide anymore, is he? So I think we're going to have to stick with things the way they are for the midfield and hope for the best. I mean, what can I say is we know how tough it's going to be. And like I say, if we lose today, we've just got to fight it for Champions League place, I think. Unfortunately, I mean, you look at that team, they've kept a very big core of the squad. There's no Vinicius in that starting lineup or on the bench, so that's something. Sancho's not in there either, so maybe reasons to be positive, but certainly have a lot to focus on. We need to wake up a bit. Recent form isn't good enough. We had them 2 wins, but 2 wins in 5 games for any Barcelona side is not great. Um, I am toying with the idea at the end of the season, depending on how things go, about whether we can do what we're targeting here at Barcelona. But it is going to be tough. Cortez with the delivery to the far post. We managed to get it away briefly. Koeman picks it up, looking to move down that left side. Pedri intercepts, charging down that right hand side. He hasn't got much support, but he's still going. Finds De Ketelaere into Gonzalez. Now Gonzalo Ramos. That's a nice pass. Looking for Yilmaz, but Malaysia was wise to him. Picks it up well. Holman into Rodrigo. Simons into Tukuameni. Malaysia, Rodrigo, Tukuameni. Koopmeiners challenging with Balde and picks it up. Holman loses out to Pedri though. A lazy pass, and Koundé's not beating Cortez to it, and there could be a chance here for Madrid. Cortez strike, hits Araujo, and Hedl manages to claim. Certainly Real Madrid with the dominant start, and considering we're at home, not feeling very confident at the minute. No attempts at all from our point of view. We have had some good games against Real Madrid in last season especially, so Cortez with a free kick and he's hit the woodwork. Koundé manages to clear. Echeverria furthers it, but only as far as Cortez again. Cortez certainly been the instrumental player for them at the moment. And we managed to survive that little onslaught as well. We're going to encourage the team a little bit. As I say, the poor form isn't doing well for our confidence at the minute. Just drop a bit of encouragement, see if we can just liven up at all. I mean, again, poor performances across the board apart from our goalkeeper. Villarreal still 0-0 away. Oh no, Villarreal have just scored, in fact. Pedri with a corner here, toward the near post, cleared away. Pedri picks it up again, into Balde. Now Gonzalez, back into Pedri again. Bit of space to run into, and he's put it wide. He put his foot through it. He should have tried to shape it a little bit more. And it remains 0-0, but that's the first opportunity we've had in the game. Gonzalez, Balde, De Ketelaere all struggling for fitness as well. We really have got to do something with this squad, I think, in terms of fitness. It's just been so poor since the start of the season. And I'm hoping things will improve, but looking at the way things are going, I'm not feeling too hopeful. Straight up, I'd probably take a draw, but the problem with that is we need to win to keep in touch with Real Madrid. Here's Balde. Chance for him to move down the left-hand side. He's cut off very easily by the fullback. Here is Koundé into Araujo. Now Gonzalez. Gonzalo Ramos plays it through the middle. De Ketelaere picks it up. Tries to lob the keeper and he's hit the crossbar. I mean, it was an audacious effort from De Ketelaere, but unfortunately it didn't quite come off. Militao looking for Rodrigo. Echeverria does well. De Ketelaere, Pedri, Ramos, Kazim Yilmaz. Chance to strike it here. Yilmaz, he's hit the post. He was so close to the goal and he's put it off the post and wide. That was a huge opportunity for us. Molina into De Ketelaere. Whips it in. Kazim Yilmaz is there again and he's hit the crossbar now. We're certainly asking questions at the start of this second half, but again, look at the player fitness. Yilmaz is rating a 6.3 because of the chances he's missed, but he's having a good game in my opinion because he's getting into the right areas. But De Ketelaere, Balde, Gonzalez all struggling for fitness, and we're going to have to take them off. Real Madrid are full of energy by the looks of things. We're going to get Caminata on at the base of the midfield. Pedri's now tired as well. Verelst is going to come on for him. Balde's going to have to come off, and we've still not got any fitness for the wingers at the moment, which is a bit of a problem. And to be quite honest, I'm not really sure what to do. Jordan, our 17-year-old, is going to come on there, and we'll bring Lautaro Martinez on in behind Gonzalo Ramos, I think. It's a bit of a risk, but hopefully it might pay off. Balde just losing out to Takuameni there. Here's Simons into Takuameni again. Holman looking over the top for Rodrigo. He's beaten Echeverria, and it's a good block and a save from Hedl as well. Osimhen with the effort. We just about scrape it clear. Here's Balde as the highlight ends. And possession-wise, it seems to have evened up a bit, but chance-wise, again, Real Madrid having the majority. We're going to encourage the boys again. It has been a bit more positive in the second half, but at the same time, Real Madrid they deserve to be winning this game, I'll be honest. Hedl, that's a brilliant ball out wide to Kazim Yilmaz. He's done well finding those balls in recent games. Here's Yilmaz, chance to square it. Ramos is there. Ramos has scored. 22nd goal of the season. That is a massive, massive goal in the context of our season, potentially. And with 15 minutes to go, we have the lead here against Real Madrid. It's a massive, massive goal for us. Yilmaz into Martinez. It was a lovely pass down the line. Yilmaz did see Ramos square. Just easy little tap in. The keeper was out of position. And we are in front. That is a massive, massive goal. We just need to hold on to it now. Defensively, we're looking a little bit more tired. Sancho with a free kick. Militao's header goes wide. 10 minutes to go. We need to hold on to this result just to stay in touch with Real Madrid in terms of the league table. Molina with a long throw. Ramos loses out to Weeks. And Militao into Kukuta. Now Malacia. Into Sancho. Caminata intercepts the pass. Kazim Yilmaz into Echeverria. Now Verelst. Over the top. Lautaro Martinez. He's beaten the keeper and he's put it in. It's only his 6th of the season. He's really struggled to get any regular game time. He's made it 2-0 here. And we're heading for a league win here at home to Real Madrid. Yilmaz again, very instrumental. Echeverria and Verelst with the pass in the end to lay it off. And the keeper came charging out, but Martinez beat him to it. We are 2-0 up. It's a massive, massive goal for us, that. And we are heading for 3 points. And considering the form we've been in, that is a massive... This is going to be a massive result, providing we can hold on. We still have another substitute that we can make as well. Molina wins it from Weeks. Chance to play it inside. Weeks ends up winning it back off him, though. We need to hold on. Can we get it away? Araujo tries to clear. Sancho into Ruben Neves. Now Sancho again. Chance for a strike, and he's put it over. Oh, this has been a massive, massive game. I know it's early in the season still, but in the context of our season, if we'd have lost today, it could have had drastic impacts in terms of our league campaign. What a result that is. A 2-0 win at home to Real Madrid, and again, we've had the better of them. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Overall, Madrid had twice as many chances as we did, but we had the same number of shots on target. We managed to take our chances, and that is a huge, huge win for us. Whew, I mean, that takes us to 2 points behind them, so we are still in touching distance, and more importantly, it extends our gap into that top 4 position as well. We're 12 points clear of Gijon and Real Hispalis. I'm thinking it's Betis, and we've got 2 games to go until we're halfway through the season. we are very much in with a shout here. A loss there could have ended a lot of hopes for the league campaign. Obviously, we've got January transfer window coming up. I'm not planning on signing anybody. I'll tell you now. We've got a lot of players at the club now in terms of the B team as well and the under-19s, both teams of which are top of their league. So we've certainly done well with our young recruitment players at the moment. So there we are, sat in second in the league, just a one defeat. That's the first loss Real Madrid have had in the league this season against us. So that is a massive, massive win. And in the context, looking at games going forward, we have got a chance to just keep up the pace now. We've got Super Cup football to play as well. We've got Champions League to come. And I think what I'm going to do, so that's potentially a Super Cup final. So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7. I'm thinking we'll just come back at the end of January. We'll get the last Champions League game in there, certainly, against Leicester. We'll potentially do San Sebastian. I'm not sure if we've played them on camera already. I think we might have done in this season. So Leicester's a definite. We'll see if it's going to be San Sebastian or Malaga, but we're certainly going to be in and around that Leicester game. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for all your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. And this is Big Will, signing away.